Warning, the following scene is played by anime characters and would be extremely dangerous if attempted by actual humans.
Dragon Ball. For many people, it was their gateway into anime, along with other popular shonen series. For others, it's a target because people are jealous that they can't draw and fan artists are horny. If any of you remember Dragon Ball GT, I'm sorry, but an artist by the name of Ram Taku has gotten flack for his drawings of Pan from that series. So Twitter decides to shit themselves once again over a character that doesn't exist in the real world rather than do something productive. Be forewarned, the cope that you're going to see from the antis is astronomical. First off, we have a few people expressing minor grievances and just not liking the NSFW art. That's fine. But much like the average Pokemon, a few antis have very limited vocabulary, with some variation of she's insert arbitrary age here to, wow, the art's so good when it's not CP, which just waters down the term, but go off. You know, if you guys don't want to be treated as a hive mind, maybe don't act like it. Crazy to me that I literally die for skill like this, and motherfuckers like this guy wasting on pan porn. It's just not fair, bro. Can't be giving the wrong people talent sometimes.
Silence!
Okay, that's it. Anybody who says that somebody's talent is wasted on NSFW art never should have their opinion validated on art ever again. Evidently, the skill that he built up for possibly years just goes in the trash because of smut. Never mind the fact that Rom probably had to practice to get the shading, line art, expressions, and anatomy correct. Nope, all that's wasted because of porn. Here's an idea, bud. You try making a hentai comic and see how easy it is. And if it isn't, shut the fuck up!
Just be cool, lady, damn!
Jesus, we haven't even gotten to the replies yet, and I'm already losing it. And would you look at that? More people that don't know what constitutes CP. Identifiable actual minor!
How many times do I have to keep teaching you this lesson?
One person says there's no actual children, and then the anti proves that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because all they did was just copy-paste from the Dragon Ball wiki. Mind you, what he copy and pasted did not clarify Pan existed in the real world, because she doesn't. No one's depicting CP. The artist is. The artist is depicting a character, not a real person. Is it weird? Yes. Is it illegal? No. Unless Rom pulled a Shad Man, there isn't anything that anybody could do. We don't care about that. You're actively defending it. They are defending artistic expression, which includes taboo topics like the Pan NSFW. 100% legal. See the image. See this image, brainlet. Who's actively trying to debunk child safety laws? I don't know, my smooth-brained caveman. By your logic, I guess Child Protective Services themselves are trying to debunk their own laws. 200 grand just put in the toilet because of false reporting. These are experts in services meant to protect real children from real predators. And if these people truly cared about the people ogling Pan's NSFW, they would have called the fucking cops, or reported the accounts at least. Surely that'd be better than the internet's equivalent of slapping somebody on the wrist. Credit where credit is due, though. The dumbass Fox pick on the bottom has a point. It is a gray area in the US, at least. Some states like California don't ban it, while other states like Virginia do. Oh wow, who'd have thought the state with the word virgin in it would be against fictional lewds? That said, with some antis, you might as well be talking to a brick wall, because the law just isn't enough for them to be convinced. And you want to know what the kicker is for this particular lunatic? Their banner on YouTube is of a lolly, so incredible projection. If you're into minors, just say it. If you don't know what a minor is, just say it. A minor? Something like this? Ooh, got him. That drawing of a non-existent person will really make them think about what they did. I see something that barely looks human, but go off, my man. What makes you look not human? Gee, I don't fucking know, bro. Well, if we're going to deal in semantics, Pan's technically a quarter alien. Granted, Saiyans and humans barely look different physically, but, I mean, it's still worth pointing out. Also, Pan doesn't have autonomy in the real world. The anti takes what this guy said seriously, he responds with a meme, and then the anti just proceeds to use more words incorrectly. Rom's defender then retorts that, yeah, if this really was CP, they wouldn't be discussing it, they would have reported it. But anything for social media good boy points, am I right? No other fandom is this schizophrenic. The MHA fandom would like a word. This guy brings up examples as to how this anti's priorities are very selective, showing Chi-Chi's outfit at the start of Dragon Ball and a scene from GT itself. Oh yeah, let's compare nipple suck to porn. Chi-Chi got inspired from Princess Ironbrand for the Journey to the West, so it makes sense why her costume is like that. It ain't some kind of sexualizing, you fucking nerd. But if a pro shipper were to use that explanation, an auntie would just brush it off as an excuse. Oh, it's okay if Akira Toriyama did it, but if this fan artist did it, it's a no-no. How does that not scream bias?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard! You think I'm an idiot, Katsu?
Dragon Ball fans are the Shounentards of all Shounentards. From now on, I'm going to use that term for situations like this. That's too good. This guy on the bottom does what I would consider the same thing in this situation and just quietly withdraw their support to the artist. But when have aunties ever done the sane option? They just keep using terms incorrectly and make false accusations until they're blue in the face. Even better, Rom's art of Pan can only be found on sites like Damboru and Pixiv, not even Twitter. So, much like Aaron Clover and other artists like her, people went out of their way to get triggered. Why is this a pattern? Please make it stop. And when you correctly tell them that CP requires a real child to be exploited, they just call you a pedo apologist or something similar. That's when you know they have no argument or proof to back themselves up. Man, the quote retweets prove once again that DB fans don't read the manga they're a fan of. Where's this energy of the original DB where similar shit happened, huh? Sounds like the Jojo fandom and their reaction to the Jolene one-shot. That's weird. That energy was non-existent because they care more about good boy points than the safety of actual people. Their past and current actions should be more than enough proof of this. But Alec, not every auntie's like that. And not every pro shipper likes the same ships. And obviously the examples I showed aren't just anti-fiction, they're just straight up assholes. Pro shippers have their bad eggs as well, but when was the last time you saw a pro shipper or a neutral telling somebody to kill themselves over a ship? I'll wait. How do they expect an artist to stop drawing hentai of a character as hot as Pan? Once they start, there ain't no stopping. I mean, personally, I find Pan more cute than attractive, but you do you. Can someone explain? This may be surprising, but CP cannot be drawn, at least in this contest. Still weird as fuck, man. And what? You think it's a valid excuse for Rom to get yeeted off the platform? You think just because something is weird as fuck, it shouldn't exist?
Fuck you.
Bruh, I know they aren't real, but goodbye, you're done. Except he isn't, because this person's takes in particular get much worse. It comes up when shown a panel of the teenage Bulma flashing Roshi.
Nice.
But at least that's for comedy, to be honest, but you know how other people are.
This motherfucker.
Once again, it's okay if Akira Toriyama does it, but not some other fan artist. And are you really insinuating that what you consider to be exploitative material is okay if it's for funnies? I didn't think that anti-takes could get any worse, but Jesus, they proved me wrong once again. The cope that's on display here is nothing short of astounding. And the reactions to this reply were to the effect of,
"Your stupidity is truly astounding."
And then he realized he fucked up. Nah, I realized I made a mistake after saying that shit, to be honest, because of course this is Twitter too. No, you just suck dick at explaining things. For once, this isn't Twitter's fault. And if you thought the warped logic of, oh, it's okay if it's for comedy purposes was a one-off thing, it wasn't. Again, it's censored, dipshit, while showing Bulma's full ass.
You utter fool!
They wear gags, not actual porn, and this can slide, and even if it was porn, Bulma looks grown, so it could slide, and I'm pretty sure during the 80s, the age consent was around 16 in Japan, so again, it's fine. Well, thank you for that loophole. Now any NSFW artist could just have a funny gag in the background and they can escape all fucking criticism from you assholes. What's this? Kanan Matsuura in her underwear and on all fours? No, it's fine. She slipped on the banana peel. That's why she's like that. Oh, that's fine, I guess. Carry on. Now you lose all right to cry, moan, and bitch. All because of these dumb mental hoops you try to jump through. Oh, what's that? You're still gonna try to find ways to complain?
Looks like we got a bunch of prunes who don't appreciate good comedy.
If I was ever a talented artist and this happened to me, I would create a new piece of specifically what they hated and quote retweet them with it. I wouldn't say quote retweet them, I would just say don't bend the knee. You do that and hopefully they'll get the message. Don't call them fans, they're parasites.
Parasites?
They're the type to freak out about Nezuko turning into a woman with big breasts rather than the ass whooping she delivers seconds after the transformation. Oh, right, Nezuko transformed, grew tits, and then everybody got sand in their vaginas. Please, none of you reproduce. The thought of it makes me sick. It's a child regardless whether they're real or not. Stop being stupid. Have some morals, dumbass. I'm harassing this artist because a picture they drew made me uncomfy, but no, you need to have morals.
What did you say? Something dumb?
If it's not based on a real person, there's nothing you can do about it. Let it go. Nice to know that some people still have their brain cells intact. The cope didn't completely destroy their rational thought. They refer to a scene of Goku in Dragon Ball removing Bulma's panties while she's asleep, which leads to this exchange. This literally happened in DB, so please shut the fuck up. Hell, you have a picture of young Yamcha who spied on Bulma in DB when she was in the shower, so sit down. Wonderfully said by somebody who knows the material they're reading or watching. So once again, surprising absolutely nobody here. People put way too much time and effort into protecting drawings, and their excuses for doing so range from straight up false to fucking ridiculous. And for the love of all that's unholy, can children stop going into spaces that they clearly don't belong in? On a more positive note, if anybody watching this is interested and not turned off by the NSFW, maybe consider giving Rom a follow. I don't have a Twitter myself, but I have seen some of his pieces, and holy crap, they look gorgeous. A lot of these left me just awestruck. I suppose I should be thankful to these aunties because they gave me yet another artist to keep an eye on. So thank you, wannabe tyrants. And thank you to everyone else for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.